Alright. The next queen would be Chanel. I think Chanel will go next. Now, Chanel has been on Drag U all 3 seasons, and in her own season, which was season 1, she finished in 4th place. Now, Chanel is one of my favorite queens. I like her sense of humor. And Raven, who I think will go number 6, has also been on Drag U all 3 seasons, and she was the runner-up in season 2. I love seeing the banter between these two on Drag U. It's very entertaining. They've had a history, along with Jujubee, of having a banter go back and forth with them. And I think that we will see a lot of that this season. I think they will come in as automatic alliance. I think it will be Jujubee, Chanel, and Raven as the Drag U alliance, because they're the rocks from Drag U that have been there, you know, the longest, and they've had the most wins on Drag U. So I think they're going to come into this season already with an advantage over the other queens. So I think they'll be the middle of the pack. I don't think that RuPaul will end up picking one of the older Drag U contestants. I don't think she's going to play that type of favorites. Honestly, I think it's Chad Michaels' season to lose. We'll talk about Chad Michaels in a few minutes, but I think Chad Michaels will end up winning this season. Nina Flowers. Before there was a Sharon Needles, there was a Nina Flowers. Now, why do I say that? Nina Flowers, she was in season 1. She was the runner-up season 1, and she was on Drag U, but she was only on there for 1 season, and then she was dropped. I don't know why. Maybe if it was her decision, or if it was, you know, RuPaul's decision, or, you know, what caused her to be dropped, because I really liked her. She was a dark queen. Sharon Needles, you know, is her shtick that she does is Halloween drag. You know, your vampires, your zombies, your Freddy Krueger. You know, she's got that Marilyn Manson type look to her. Nina Flowers was a dark queen, but she did it in more subtle ways. She was more goth. And I mean, I really like Nina Flowers. I think Nina Flowers has potential to go all the way to the end and win. But I think she will also be middle of the pack. I think number 4 to be voted, 4th place, would be Pandora Box. Now, Pandora Box was the winner of the fans' vote. Yes, kitty. You want over my lap? Come on. Come on. Come on, kitty. Meow. Okay. Pandora Box was a fan favorite. She's been on Drag U all 3 seasons as well. And she finished 5th place in season 2. She's the comedy queen. She sees herself as a stand-up comic. She's pretty funny. I mean, I've enjoyed everything she's done. Now there's a loud beeping from my fire alarm. This thing is not beat. Fire alarm has a tendency to beep for some odd, peculiar reason when we get really, really humid weather. Don't know why. Last week, for about 3 days straight, the thing beeped for a good 3-4 nights in a row at 10 o'clock to about 4 o'clock in the morning. Which you can tell is, that would drive you nuts trying to sleep. A lot of people say, oh, just change your fire alarm battery. Well, it's not run by battery. It's actually plugged into the wall. It's one of the apartment complexes things. They actually have it wired into the wall. That way, if it goes off, it evacuates the whole damn building. I don't know why it's beeping now. It's probably the fact that we've got a torrential downpour outside. Anyway, back to Pandora Box. She won the fan favorites to be voted back in. Sharon Needles actually got more votes, but Sharon Needles won last season. I think I've mentioned this before. So, Pandora Boxx was given the honor of coming back. And I think Pandora Boxx will probably get to the top 4. I mean, she's the fan favorite. RuPaul knows this. So I don't think Pandora Boxx is going to be voted out like 1 or 2. I think she will be kept in for a while because it obviously generates more viewers when the fan favorite is there. Then Miss Congeniality, 4th place, season 4. And she joined Drag U on season 3, is Latrice Royale. So I think will be number 3. I think once again, she'll be right up there at the top. She won't quite make it. Latrice Royale does everything she does fairly well. Fairly well. She does it great. Not fairly well. But a Mitt Romney moment. I like everything she tends to do. But it's small details that screw her up. And when she repeatedly makes those same mistakes, week in and week out, even though she's being told by the judges not to do it, that's what doomed her last season. And I think there is a possibility that may happen with this season. I think she's going to come in here with a lot of confidence now. And I think she might get a little cocky. Because that everybody that's on this season, she's the one with the catchphrases that lasted. We'll remember Latrice Royale for her catchphrases. And she's a very inspirational character, so I think they will keep her around for the sentimental fact that everyone likes her. We voted her Miss Congeniality last season. But when it comes right down to it, when you get to those challenges where detail matters more than any other challenges, those at the end, I think that could cost her. I think number 2, and this may seem a surprise because I said I think the Drag U professors have a leg up on the competition, and that they know RuPaul better than all the other ones, is Jara Sophia. Jara Sophia was from season 3. She was with Alexis Mateo. She was with Mimi on First. You know, Manila Luzon. She was with Raja. All of them. She was in that season. She did very well. She kind of had a dark side to her too that came across in her drag. So therefore, she's a lot like Nina Flowers. They're both from Puerto Rico too, by the way. And she's a lot like Sharon Needles. But Jara Sophia has something that none of the other queens have. I think she was only eliminated on a technicality. As much as I love Alexis Mateo, I think Jara Sophia would have lasted past Alexis Mateo and would have won the whole damn thing the year with Raja. I think she was better than Raja. Now, RuPaul, I believe, had a relationship with Raja outside of RuPaul's Drag Race, and that might have factored into the equation for Raja winning. But Jara Sophia had the potential to be top 3, taking Alexis Mateo's spot. The only reason why Alexis Mateo advanced and Jara Sophia did not is because when they were lip-syncing for their life, Jara Sophia gave up. She just could not compete against Alexis, and she threw in the towel. Alexis Mateo advanced. So I think Jara Sophia will make it to the end. I hope Jara Sophia makes it to the end. I love Jara Sophia. But of course, I think Chad Michaels will win. Chad Michaels was a runner-up in season 4, and she, like Sharon Needles, joined Drag U in season 3. Chad Michaels is a professional. Throughout the entire season last season, she was very consistent. She was almost too perfect. The judges kept saying that she was too perfect. And then in that final challenge, she started to slip up. Chad Michaels, I think, was brought back for this season for her to win. This is her season to win. The fans loved Sharon Needles last season. So therefore, Sharon Needles had an advantage over Chad Michaels and Fifi O'Hara in that finale. Without Sharon Needles in the competition to compete with, I think Chad Michaels stands head and shoulders above everyone else this season in All-Stars. And the fact that she's been in the industry a lot longer than most of the other girls, she knows RuPaul on a personal level. And she takes all the queens, the cast-offs, from previous RuPaul's Drag Race seasons, and puts them on her drag review show that goes around. Chad Michaels needs to win this. And I think this will be the time for Chad Michaels to win. Now, before I close out, I would like to talk about some queens that did not make it to RuPaul's All-Stars that I wish would have been on the show. Now, in my predictions video, there were a couple of these that I mentioned. I mentioned Sharon Needles, but obviously, on looking back on it, Sharon Needles couldn't have been on it because no other winners were on the show. So I can understand why she's not there. Fifi O'Hara would have been cool to bring back, I think. Just for the fact that she's considered a villain. I think Fifi O'Hara would have been fun to bring back. Willem, why did they not bring back Willem? And RuPaul hinted at it on that finale episode last season when she was like, Willem, I had this feeling that you could have won it all. That was hinting that Willem would be back. Now, maybe Willem will be on season 5. I don't know. But I think Willem would have been entertainment. I would have liked to have seen Willem come back. Another one that I would have liked to have seen, Jessica Wilde. Jessica Wilde would have been great fun to bring back. I think Jessica Wilde and Rebecca Glasscock, or Tatiana. One of those three should have been back. Tatiana, because she was the young, immature one, the one that everybody said shouldn't last. She was the underdog. She kept getting pushed on and on and on just because of her looks, they said. I think Tatiana would have a lot to prove, and it would be fun to see her come back and prove it to the others that she deserved to not only win, but to even be included in All-Stars. That would have been fun. And Rebecca Glasscock, who was, I think Rebecca Glasscock was runner-up or second runner-up. Season 1. Rebecca Glasscock was like the Tatiana of the season. Again, the looks pushed her through. So she was an underdog. I think it would have been fun to see her come back. Sahara Davenport. Fire alarm. Sahara Davenport would have been fun to bring back because that is the boyfriend of Manila Luzon. It would have been fun to see them on the same season competing with one another. I don't know why RuPaul didn't bring her back. It's just, ooh, Ru. Just would have made sense. It would have made for great television. I think that, oh, and Shangela. I know everyone is going to kill me for saying I would like to see Shangela back. But hey, if they wanted to bring Shangela back for, what was it, 3 seasons in a row, she at least made a cameo appearance, why not bring her back for All-Stars? Just for the fun of having a punching bag all season. Just bring her back. Should have been an All-Stars. Okay, those are the girls that I think should have been in All-Stars. Should have been included. Let's look ahead to Season 5. There's some queens I think will be on Season 5. Well, this is funny. Okay. When I was talking about Season 5, I was going into my regular iPhone here. I was going to YouTube because I wanted to look up one particular video that was related to this next segment of the video. And look, right there it is. It automatically brought it up. Like, I didn't even have to click into anything. I haven't obviously used the YouTube app on this phone for quite a while, but I think, you know, I'm going to say I think that Willem really needs to be brought back for season 5. I really think that. And I think that Willem's castmates, Detox and Vicky, should come back with Willem. Not for a reunion of their Chick-fil-A video, but they should be on season 5. I think that would be fun, to have a built-in alliance when you first go in. I really think that Willem, Detox, and Vicky should be back. There's a mosquito. Ow. But yeah, I think that those 3 should be on season 5. And of course, I think that Alaska Thunderfuck, which is Sharon Needles' boyfriend, should be finally given that chance for Drag Race. So I think that Alaska will definitely be back. I keep saying be back. Will be on season 5. That's what I think. So I think you already have four contestants there that will be on season 5. Might also be fun if Tammy Brown doesn't make it very far in All-Stars. It might be fun to bring Tammy Brown back. Just because I know Ru likes to bring contestants back. But that's my thoughts on the whole situation. And of course, RuPaul's Drag Race premieres. The All-Star season will premiere. I'm terrible at dates, so give me a moment while I look this up. But All-Stars will premiere on October 22nd. So again, I'm making this cast review video about a month out. So, you know, my opinions may change by the time the show actually starts. But that's what I think. What are your thoughts? And I would really, 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 really like it this season if you've seen my video and you would like to offer your own opinions as to the cast. Down below, instead of just submitting a text comment, send and submit a video comment. I want to see video comments below. Just tag your video as a video response. I'll approve it, and you'll get more views. Hopefully I'll get more views, and you get more views, and we get more subscribers, and everyone is happy. But let's try that out. Video responses, people. Video responses. But that's it for right now, so I will see you guys in a few more weeks in October for the premiere of RuPaul's All-Stars. Until then, see ya!